Hello, people on the internet, and welcome back to Let's Play Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Shooting at me. It's very impolite.
Ready to be right there, come Fire! Take a shot! Right there, sir! Fire! Say the word to that flight grapples, sir! Loose all and trim sharp to the wind! Fetch young Tom, hurry!
Didn't we buy off the you know what? The red swords, the crossed ones. I want to do a story mission, don't get on my nerves.
Fire! Hit him there, sir! That'll wipe him out! Get the mainsails into the wind! Good cabin! Put a shot right through there! Dodge! Heave to, lads! Fire! Hit him there, sir! Fire! Back off! Fire! Weak is right there, cabin!
Bye-bye. So annoying. So yeah, hello people on the internet, welcome back. It's been quite a while since I recorded the last video. A lot of things have happened, mostly university started again and a bunch of other stuff. Joe Biden has been called out as president-elect, which is something very good. Yeah, the sound is still a bit off. I was streaming yesterday and had to change the sound settings a bit, which means that right now it's everything a bit wanky.
What's our course, Captain?
Principe, Quartermaster. We're sailing for the coast of Africa.
Hey. Up to Africa. So yeah, I streamed the first... Don't let me laugh. Bloody hell, I closed Twitch again, didn't I? I mean, you know, I say that was quite entertaining what happened. So, yeah, the first 1.5 hours of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. In between, my PC wanted to restart for some obnoxious reason. So yeah.
We'll be knocking him up, sir!
That was
Incoming fire! Fire!
God.
Make him back up!
They didn't even make any sort of damage.
Gang to planks!
They cannot
Oh
stand
my God,
against us,
yes.
sir!
Incoming
Should've.
fire!
Small guns, yes, but their rate of fire is dangerous!
Let's send them to hell, lads! Fire!
Bye-bye.
We've been scorched! Fire! Fire! She's weak, is right there! They're on the bowline to hell!
We're ready, sir!
Fire!
Bye-bye.
Let themselves exposed! Fire! Make him bear, Captain!
She's foundering!
Yes, we'll locate the sage.
Grab it, Captain! Blood some sand!
Bloody hell, yes.
Like loot!
More
Stop
sage!
talking.
Bearing
complete-
hard for cliffs,
Tally, we are
Captain!
nearing our goal.
Douse all but main!
I'm off to find Roberts.
Don't stay long. Crew's getting restless out there.
Ah, bloody hell. Yes, restricted area. Yeah, so the sound might be a bit off, because all the sound settings have been, I played with all the sound settings. For the stream with, you know, first impressions of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. first 1.5 hours or so. Roughly, I mean, yeah, first 1.5 hours. Although, like, the interesting part in the first hour or so, you know, so yeah. So, you know, I gotta watch the last few parts to get a feeling for the sound. I really need to do something about the sound. This is gonna be very exhausting. But yeah, so no videos because university started and, you know, the election chaos was, and that was also kind of distracting. You know, not feeling well also happened. A lot of stuff happened really, and yeah. So normal videos from today on. If I don't forget to record. Yeah. Oh boy. I am completely out of the controls. Bloody hell. Saga. I played Valhalla a lot. Like, Valhalla was released not even 26 hours ago, and I already have... Wait, you don't show that. Ugh. I need to look at you. Hello there. Get me this page. Yes. For some obnoxious reason, you have to look at the web page because the PC app doesn't show the statistics. So, no, you look this guy while I check. Oh, no, no, this is what I'm playing right now. 11 hours. I feel a bit cheated, but okay. So yeah. Basically, I played, you know... I played it a lot. What? Huh? Why was there a... What?
Captain Kenway.
Yet another dire situation, Roberts. We really must stop meeting like this.
Stop tailing me and your wish had come true.
There's no need for this. You know I'm as good as my word.
Our Captain Howell was killed today in a Portuguese ambush. Headstrong fool. I warned him not to go ashore.
It was orchestrated by the Templars Burgess and Cockrum. The same sort that took you to Havana.
Ah. I see now there is no escaping the Templars' attention, is there? I suppose it is time to fight back.
I do like the sound of that.
And I know just how I'll do it. But these men, Burgess and Cockrum, they cannot be allowed to leave with word of my escape.
They won't. Count on it.
If you spot any men from my crew, do them some kindness and send them here.
I'll do all I can.
Okay. Okay. Now, double assassination of Cockrum and Burgess. This is gonna be very hard. That is something I can tell you. Because, well, yeah. It is just really hard. And to take these two guys out is also, you know, seems to be quite Yeah. I'm out of words. I, you know, really haven't done this in a very long time, and you know, it starts to show. Come here, soldier. Hello. I whistled you. At least one of you be. Why doesn't this work?
Espera aí, irmão. Só uma palavrinha.
And by the way, this is the only time we see Portuguese soldiers in this game. And that guy is blind. Like, totally fucking blind. Yes, he is interested. Now, come on and... yeah, ignore the whistle. Idiot. I can't get his attention like that, can I now? Oh yeah, and by the way, there is a reason I'm wearing this armor for the mission.
Espera aí, irmão. Só uma palavrinha.
You know, being the obvious one that this is quite the difficult sneaky mission, and in order for the double assassination of Burgess and Cochran, this is very important, and I have to free the pirates. Yes, I shall free. I shall free. First, loot. Oh boy. Oh. Yeah, so I'm really tired now for some reason. One I don't really get. Okay. Oh boy, someone saw me.
Não nos consegues despistar.
You see, this is something I miss about, oh boy, no, I can't start talking about this. This is just, we don't have time for this. You know, talking about the ways that, Assassin's Creed Black Flag was the height of, Assassin's Creed. Really the best era. Without a doubt. You know, gameplay wise and story wise, you know, and character wise and everything. Now, for some reason, a lot of people think that Assassin's Creed 2 is the best, which it really is not. The story is okay, you know, in comparison to the other Assassin's Creeds. Yeah, one of the better. But, you know, most things that were good about Assassin's Creed 2 were quite noticeably way better in Brotherhood, you know? So... yeah.
Vai ter com os anjinhos.
Yeah, bye-bye. Okay. So, yeah. But you know, there were a few things about Assassin's Creed 2 that weren't that too. There were a few things about Brotherhood that weren't that great, so you know, overall, 2 and Brotherhood, they make a competent second and third place, but Black Flag really is the best, because in all the it probably has the best Assassin's Creed DLC ever, Freedom Cry, which is basically just, you know, more of the same, just with enough, you know, with enough difference to it to be quite distinct.
Nada timidez. Eu não mordo.
Yeah, I just needed to concentrate a bit. Sorry, and now I need to climb all the way up again. See you there. And here we are. So yeah, back to why this game is the, you know, best Assassin's Creed game. Because, you know, for once, the main character is not motivated by a dead family member, but rather motivated by a living one. So that's new. Something that I think they forgot to do again in every follow-up Assassin's Creed game. You know? Oh god, not again. No, I don't want to. Oh, I'll get another viewpoint so I can fast travel up here again. You know? Don't really have the nerves for everything else. Anything else. You know, so, yeah. I picked this armor because we couldn't be moving around so freely without this armor. Because it makes us sneakier. And right now, when we're here, just berserk them all. Just go berserk. Just go berserk.
Hey, amigo. Espera um minuto.
Just go berserk. And they killed the no, they didn't kill the hostages. That is indeed very useful. Now kill each other, yes, thank you. Are the only guys still alive? Is this buggy one? Who we can shut down quite easily. And now all we gotta do is take out this one. yeah. Back again to what I was talking about. This happens a lot, doesn't it? I get distracted and stop talking about the things I used to talk about. Boy, that was, yeah, quite something. Where was I? Oh yeah, right. So, you know, Rogue was also quite good, but Rogue was, for main title, way too short. That's the only problem I have with Rogue, really. And I mean, yeah, you know, the sailing and everything. You know, the changes they made to between the Jackdaw and the Morrigan, they were good. You know, except for maybe, you know, one or two, but that's just being picky. But the areas where you you know, unavailable. Oh bloody hell! I'm in a mission, and oh boy. Okay, I'm going to climb all the way back there. See you then. And we're back up here. Thank you, gang. Now that was something I needed to do. Quite urgently. Yeah, back to my topic. I'm about to forget it. I can't even talk anymore. Like, properly and stuff. I'm like missing all the words. It's really bad. I'm getting distracted a lot. Oh, that's smart. That's something I've never tried to do before. You know. Stay up here. And use the high ground for a bit. To see if I can locate Burgess or Cochrane. And while I try to do this, let's head back to the topic. Why this is the best Assassin's Creed game. And Rogue is probably fourth. Problem was just that the story was bad, was just too short, you know? Like, Rogue was just too little for too much of a price, really. So, you know, so it looks just bad in comparison. As a standalone game, you know, for a better price, it's quite good. And with quite good, I mean it's really good. You know, biggest problem is it just, you know, wasn't as good as Black Flag. Still quite better than Unity. Unity was just, I don't know. You know? I mean, I don't want to talk Unity bad because Unity is one of the Assassin's Creed games where they put really a lot of work into it. On one end, you know, even though they put in like a buttload of work, they released it like 1.5 years early, so.
Put some muscle in that bustle or we're leaving you behind.
Yeah, kind of a double-edged blade. Talking about Unity. It's like, yeah, meh is all I can say about that. Oh bloody hell. Yes, turn around again, turn around. you. There are people back there. No, no. No, 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 no.
Only what can carry maggots. We're not waiting on no one.
There's one of them. And there's the other. Okay, great. Now all I need to do is to... Oh, they might find these bodies. I need to hurry. No, take the body. No, oh boy. This is not going to end well. Yeah. Smoke bombs. Yes, you do. Come here. Come here. Bloody hell. Just... Bloody hell. Thank you. Now the two of them are in the same spot. Just climb up here, will ya? Yes, you do. Go on. Oh, bloody hell. This might take a while. I'll just talk about stuff. So, yeah. So in comparison, you know, I already talked about that. 3 was... well... Wait, how did they see me? Yes, get these two idiots together. Okay, I want to do it the smart way. Now we're going to do it the exhausting way. Or we're just going to spend like all of our smoke bombs just because they still haven't fixed the AI for these two. They have wall hack. You know, and they are really hard to assassinate. Come on, come on. Yes, no, 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 no. No, not now. I like, oh boy, okay. Okay, I've had enough of this. Fine, loot him if you don't want to pick him up. Okay. Now both of them are sleeping next to each other. No, just... Bloody hell. This is like a really bad port slash remastered slash collection slash everything. It's just... ugh. From a technical point of view, you know? I mean, for the price it is probably the best Assassin's Creed price you're going to get for any even remotely modern console. Yes, hello. Hello, here I am. Yes. You go sleepy. Fine, you go sleep. Hopefully that will somehow help him out of this glitched position. Because if I have to assassinate double assassinate them there, this is just going to be quite annoying. And this is really going to take a while. Which is why I hate this mission. It's like, they didn't fix anything! All the I mean, like, it's worse than the Wii U version. From a technical point of view. And that is just a disgrace. If you're technical worse than a Wii U version of any game, you really didn't do your job. At all. Like. Yes. This is a place where... Okay. It's really annoying that we have these high... I'm just gonna cut them sleeping. No, I'm gonna talk about my topic. I'm getting off track so fast. Okay. So, you know, this game, it had everything. Not the big cities, which were just really stupid for all the story-wise and, you know, content-wise, and the way the game works in, like, all its aspects. They don't work with big cities. Why were they trying to do this? It's a reload. One try. I don't give a damn if the video has... Oh god. Yes, double assassinate Cochran Burgess. Okay, we're going to do this in the next part. Like, really. We have to do it in the next part. Because this is just, it's getting too long and I don't really have the time not enough for this. Okay. Just going to finish my topic in the main screen. You know, with... Yes, main menu. Thank you. So you have the music. So yeah, this game had everything. A few, you know, towns like Nassau, Havana, and Kingston. Those are big enough. Don't make them bigger. Bigger's just stupid. Because that way, it takes way too much time to travel between them. A problem that had, you know, basically all the Assassin's Creed games had it except for Black Flag. Traveling between places was boring. Valhalla has it. Odyssey had it like to the every game where you have to press an auto steering button to get to the next location, because otherwise it would be too bloody boring. Not good. Okay, so all the games that have this worse than 4. You know? All games that needed such a button to work and didn't have it are even ranked worse. So, you know, bye-bye Unity, bye-bye Syndicate. Yeah. So that leaves no modern Assassin's Creed games. With the most modern being Rogue, which we already covered. Black Flag, which we kind of covered, not that much. 3, which is just, you know, it wanted to be so many things, and in the end, it was just meh. You know, like, it had a lot of good ideas, but the way they were brought to life were just not good. So, you know, big potential there. Didn't reach its high maximum point. I mean, the Desmond story was kind of interesting. Well, that's not why we play these games. We don't play for the Desmond story, do we? No, at least I don't. And I really, you know, the Desmond story was always like, why can't I stay with a cool past's health? Why do I have to get back to the real world where it's just stupid and lazy and they have to find reasons and reasons for the main character to get back into the Animus? Just, ugh. You know, just the way, ironically, the way they did it the best was Syndicate, where they basically didn't even care about it at all. Like, you know? That was good! I don't give a damn. It's completely boring. Nobody cares. I mean, at least I don't care. Okay, so yeah. Revelations was also very good, but you know, again, too short, too not enough, you know. Not enough good and too much of the big city again, which I really don't like. Big cities are really bad for Assassin's Creed games. Because traveling those takes just way too much time to get from one point to another. It's just bad game design. If your open world is... If your world, it's not even an open world, it's just, you know, a world. Where traveling is boring, you know? That's why open world games are so hard. You need to fill them. You need to make them interesting. You need me to get me to, you know, I want to go around and discover things. The only game that really had this was Assassin's Creed 4. Like, it found the perfect balance between wanting to go discover. I get sidetracked a lot in this game. You just watch all the other parts. We've been doing way more side content than main content because the side content was interesting enough, you know? At least, you know, if you have played the story through like 10 times, the side content is, you know... I play the game for the atmosphere, not for the story. I know the story in and out. In the German version, I could read half the lines. So I play for the atmosphere. Just being on my jackdaw, traveling to the islands and going around on these islands. Just being in these West Indies. That's just it. That's why this game has, compared to all the other Assassin's Creeds, such a high replay value. Because it is just a good open world game. It is a very good Assassin's Creed game. And has a story that is interesting more than once. Because even though you know what's happening, it doesn't change, you know, the way you look at the story. You know, at least not that much. The story is pretty much formed. Edward is a simple person, you know? That's just greedy. Because he grew up in a very poor manner. In that way, you know, he's just, you know, the kind of the lady killer. You know what I mean? It's 2:16 a.m. I haven't talked English in like a week. Just cut me some slack. So no, he's quite simple structured. But over the course of the game, he's often pointed out that the most important thing, his character arc is very simple. You know, it's just pointing out that money is not everything. He was poor, but he was poor in money and poor in friendship. And to find out that the riches he craved his entire lifetime, those riches that weren't money, it was friendship. And realizing that after having lost basically all his friends, it's just a beautiful character arc, you know, it's like poetry. It rhymes. That's the way George Lucas I can't talk anymore. Thought of the Star Wars movies. It's poetry, it rhymes. You know, the more evidence he's shown for this incredibly riches of friendship he has, the more interest he gets in finding the observatory and getting rich and stuff like this. You know? The closer he gets, the farther he pushes his friends away. And when he realizes this at the end, I maybe should have added spoiler in there. I just there. You know? That's just, it's beautiful. And it doesn't change if you play it once or twice or thrice. You know? There are no big plot twists that make the movie the story interesting. It's Edward being Edward. It's the world being the world. It's just everything. It works perfectly together. And no other Assassin's Creed game has done that. Assassin's Creed 2 had all these things, you know? It's just that the world was structured a bit more dull and boring, and, you know, again, the city environment, which they fixed the city environment part in Brotherhood, at least a bit. You know, it was just You know, the world, it was just too generic. You know, you didn't feel like the places, that there was a difference in the places, like, you know, there was no difference in the unique boroughs you went to, in the cities. You know, I mean, I was glad you felt the difference between Venezia and Florence. But you know, wherever you were in Venezia, you couldn't tell. Boroughs were all the same. It just looked the same, you know? It just felt boring. And the gameplay was shit. Let's just point out the way it is. You know, for the time, it was good. But from today's point of view, it's just bad. You know? Just the steering it's horrible, the way the game interacts. I mean, you still have a problem in here, and the game is far more technologically advanced than 2. You still have the same problems in here. You still have the same problems in some of today's Assassin's Creed games. But that's just because they didn't understand what was good about these games and started to get away from it. Like the fighting mechanism in the new games is just terrible. You know? The game is called Assassin's Creed. So it's about Creed and it's about assassins. So, you know, the Creed was always more of the story part of the game. You know, so the gameplay has to be reflected in the other half of the title, Assassins. So the gameplay needs to be quite assassin-like. Well, first kinda had it, the second had it just, you know, the assassin gameplay in second was, you know, the idea was good. The way they brought to life was terrible. Brotherhood went better. You know, basically the assassin gameplay, it went up from every title. You know, 1, you know, set the ground rules. 2 made everything that 1 had and made it a bit better. Brotherhood did the same. Revelations did the same. 3 did the same. You know, 4 did the same. Rogue did the same. And then, when they hit Unity, everything went kinda down. Because fighting enemies, you know, suddenly killing enemies with the hidden blade had become more difficult. It didn't get easier to play the game in a sneaky mode. It got harder. Even though they were quite, you know, even though the gameplay was quite better. It just got harder. Because, you know, if your abilities get better, your enemies' abilities have to be better too. But they overdid the enemies part. So the enemies were just too much and you were engaged in fights too easily and they took too long. The normal fights, they were too long. And, you know, then they tried then this path with Syndicate. Good sneaky gameplay, just you got too easy out of the sneaky gameplay, you know? Once an enemy saw you and you were out of it, boom. Fighting system was just that. And with, you know, the new games, with the new 3, they just blew everything to smithereens that was just once good about the game. This is why Rogue gameplay, from a gameplay point of view, Rogue and 4 are the best. From a story point of view, 4 to Brotherhood are the best, which makes 4 the ultimate Assassin's Creed games because it has everything. Wherever one of the other very good titles struggle, is it 2 with gameplay? Is it Rogue with the story being not enough? May it be, you know, Revelations with the setting? I don't know. Just pick one. You know? Being the world, being just too big and too boring. You know? And all the other Assassin's Creeds. Pick one. Black Flag. Compared to all the other ones, Black Flag always makes something better. And they don't make things too better in the other areas for them to outrank Black Flag. And that's basically it. Why this game is the ultimate Assassin's Creed game. And I maybe should maybe I should do a separate video on that, just, you know, take the sound from this and cut it a bit, you know, funny gameplay and everything. Maybe I'll do that. But not today. Today I record this video, which was way over time. If you stayed till here, I just can't talk anymore. Thank you for staying. May the force be with you, and bye. I can't talk anymore.